So, sehr gerne, da sind wir zurück am Stück. Herzlich willkommen dabei. Und wir reden mit Emily Morgan. Was sie zu sagen hat, die Dame. Ich verdächtige sie
You
immer
got
noch.
time for a few more questions, Mrs. Morgan?
Yes, of course.
Jimbo.
Are you familiar with someone who goes by the name Jimbo?
No, I don't think so. Who is that?
Merkwürdig. Sie tut so, als wüsste sie es nicht. Dabei weiß es. Vielleicht.
A friend of Ronan's.
No, as I told you, I didn't know Ronan to have any friends. I especially don't recall him mentioning anyone called Jimbo.
Those are all the questions I have for now.
All right, Mr.
A very wise...
Na, irgendwas stimmt dahinter nicht. Wir gehen mal zur Opiumhöhle. Vielleicht kommen wir da jetzt rein. Wir speichern aber vorher mal. Ich will nicht, dass wir es da verkacken.
You again? What do you want?
Ah.
I was told this was the place to come if I wanted to ride the dragon.
Oh. Well, why didn't you say so?
Ah.
Please, come in.
Opiumhöhle, geil. Design. Spelunkenbesitzerin, Bild, Laterne, Abschirmung, Röhre, Darius. Okay, gucken wir uns mal um.
Poor horse. That fellow in the armor must have weighed a ton.
Hm.
They're really dedicated to their theme in here, aren't they?
Die halten sich hier mal nicht? Ja, bestimmt.
She's not gonna be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
Okay, die Laterne.
Fancy.
Na gut. Abtrennung?
At least they
Abschirmung?
provide their clients with some measure of privacy.
Ja, ist doch wichtig. Röhre.
Now I see why they call it riding the dragon.
Hm.
Now I see...
Da haben wir nix mehr. Ich habe schon das Achievement bekommen, dass wir alles gesehen oder alle Bücher gelesen haben im Spiel. Also von daher sieht's gut aus.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man by the name of Darius.
Well, look no further. Welcome, friend. Sit, join me.
I'll stand, if that's all right. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Questions are the path to enlightenment. Answers fly by as birds on the breeze.
Ah, wie poetisch.
What will a caged bird sing? That is the true question.
Wonderful. He's as high as a kite. This is gonna be worse than pulling teeth.
Mhm. Ronan Lespay.
Are you familiar with a man named Ronan Lespay?
I know many men. Some old, some young, some rich, some poor. Some I know by name, some by face. But this man you speak of, this Ronan, he is unfamiliar to me.
I have a ferrotype. Do you recognize him?
Forgive me, but my eyes are blurry. I cannot make out his features.
Mhm.
Well, he's useless, isn't he?
Den kann man wohl nicht gebrauchen, was?
Too
Ja,
bad there's
das
no way to
stimmt.
snap him out of it, like there was with Dupre's kid.
Ja, das stimmt. Mm. Wir haben den damals als Kinder wieder fit gemacht. Das war mit dem Tonikum. Mord?
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven on election night?
Murder? Was it a murder?
It was. A man was shot in cold blood.
That would explain the commotion, as well as the sound.
So you heard the gunshot?
I did. I thought it might have been one of the voting machines making the noise, but then there were shouts, and people began to run.
Did you see or hear anything before you heard the gunshot?
I seem to remember hearing a man shouting a name.
A name?
Yes, it sounded like Priscilla.
Well, how about that? He's managed to be of some use after all. Assuming he's telling the truth, of course.
Mhm.
And does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Afraid not, young man.
Aber wir haben einen Hinweis, das ist schon mal viel wert. Der Silent Raven.
What can you tell me about the Silent Raven?
Ah, the Raven. My home away from home.
I would have thought that was this place. Unless this one is just the home.
Hm?
Do you have many friends there? People you speak with often?
Yes, Friends. I call them friends anyway, but really, what is a friend? Someone who drinks with you? Someone who shares secrets with you? Are those friends? My father used to tell me that the only two friends you had were your mother and the crown in your pocket.
Mhm.
Well, both of those are gone now, so what does that mean for me?
I don't know, sir. I'm just asking about people you speak to at the Raven.
The barmaid, Nicole, she gets mad at me sometimes when I break things. But she's alright.
Bedienung heißt Nicole. Ah ja. Singende Tom.
Have you ever conversed with a patron called Singing Tom?
Singing Tom. You mean old Tom Puffin?
I'm not sure. I was just told he was called Singing Tom and was a regular at the Silent Raven.
That's the man. I see him in here all the time.
In here, not just at the Raven?
Tom is a child of the poppy, just as I am. He truly understands the world as it is.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Yes, he's the choir master at St. Denis Cathedral. That's where he spends his time when he's not here.
Ah ja.
You mean to tell me we have to talk to another one of these loonies? Wonderful.
Ja, müssen wir leider. Einen wichtigen Hinweis, was ich mir bekommen habe. Und das verkackt hat man verkackt, du.
Do you often come to this establishment, Darius?
Oh, yes. This place is better than any doctor or hospital. It has exactly the cure I need.
Cure? For what?
I'm ill, sir. Just as you are. Just as we all are. Infected by a terrible disease known as life.
Mhm.
Speak for yourself.
Ich will einfach nur über dich selbst, ja, ja.
But spend a few hours in here with the intoxicating nectar of the poppy, and you'll find nothing can defeat you.
Wie sieht's aus mit der Wahl?
So did you manage to get out of here and vote?
Please don't bother me with such trivial matters. Why should I care who leads the government? As long as they don't outlaw places like this, they can do whatever they please.
Is this guy ignorant or just apathetic? Yeah, well, I don't know, and I don't care.
Seltsamer Mann.
I was wondering if you could tell me whether you saw a certain man at the Raven on election night. He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Lots of people like that go to the Raven. I see loads of them every night. But now that you mention it, I do remember someone like that. He was a strange one.
How so?
I remember one of the times he came in, he was adjusting his hat. I could have sworn when he took it off for just a moment, his hair was bright red.
Mhm.
How is that strange, exactly?
Because his beard was jet black. It was the oddest thing I'd seen. Well, it was the oddest thing I'd seen, until his beard slid halfway down his face.
Das heißt, er hat sich verkleidet.
I see. Well, thank you for the information.
Wonderful. This testimony is about as useful as a hole in the head.
Hm,
Then again, there might be something to it.
das stimmt.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, young man. May you find peace and happiness.
Gut zu wissen, können wir mit ihr reden?
She's not gonna...
Nee, können wir nicht. Jetzt haben wir die Kathedrale. Können wir nochmal in das Silent Raven gehen? Den Eingang. Rotes Haar. Dem können wir nicht quatschen. Mit ihr, Barmädchen.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
Priscilla.
Does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Nope.
Seltsamer Mann.
I was given the physical description of a man, and I was wondering if you might recognize him if I told you.
Perhaps. Go on then.
He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Bit vague, wouldn't you say? That covers about half our clientele.
I was afraid that might be the case. Did you notice anyone of that description here on election night?
No. Can't say I did, sorry.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Ich schätze, dass es sich nicht mehr etwas zu schwatzen. Ah ja, finde ich.
Yeah.
Ihm vielleicht? Cormac.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Jim, was wird es?
Right, I'll make it quick.
Leute, ich bin gleich wieder da. Sekunde, bitte. So, WB.
I wonder if you could tell me if you saw a man of this description at the Silent Raven on election night. He's tall, of strong build, with a beard or mutton chops, dressing all in black and possibly wearing a cap.
Oh, hi. Cormac remembers seeing a fella like that.
What was he doing?
Kept going in and out of the bar. When he was inside, he stood near the voting booths, hardly moving a muscle.
And when he was outside?
That, Cormac couldn't say.
Did you notice anything else about him?
Yes, Cormac noticed him come in and speak with Nicole, the barmaid, after the commotion outside.
Ah ja.
Is that right? That's very interesting.
Priscilla.
Do you know anyone named Priscilla?
Ah, that's not a name Cormac knows.
Frankly, I'm surprised it's not the name of one of his tools.
Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your drink.
Interessant. Sehr, sehr interessant. Die Dame.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
Gleich gibt's Stress, Fräulein.
You know that description I gave you earlier? Of the tall man in black?
Yeah, what about it?
I spoke with Cormac, and he told me he saw you speaking with someone fitting that description shortly after the murder occurred.
And you believed him? Cormac's a good sort, but he's not exactly reliable.
I'd say he's twice as reliable as you are. Now tell me the truth, or I'll have you in as an accomplice to murder.
All right, relax. I don't know the man by name, but he came to me after the commotion outside and paid me a few crowns to keep my mouth shut about it. I didn't ask any more questions, and I wasn't about to refuse some extra cash. That was that, I swear.
That's not good enough. I need some way to find this man. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Well, I did notice he had a scar on his left cheek. Kind of looked like a shepherd's crook.
Hirtenstab, okay.
But that's all, really.
I suppose that'll have to do.
Okay.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Der Typ macht mich grad stutzig. Na? Der macht mich grad sehr, sehr stutzig. Dann gehen wir in die Kirche. Statue.
This angel looks like it would throw its lamp at you as soon as you turned your back on it. This looks like the nicer of the two angels.
Ah ja, sieht ein bisschen nett aus, okay.
Now this is one intriguing chest. If only we could search it without arousing any suspicions.
Ah, confirm. Was gibt's hier noch? Gebetskerzen?
Prayer candles? People think lighting one of these is going to solve their problems. If only it were that easy. Also, what happens if they go out? Does that mean your prayer gets canceled? Shh. What? It's an important question.
Ja.
The more I think about it, the more I want to test my theory about prayers being canceled if the candles go out.
Push mal alle aus, keine Ahnung, was das bringt.
Well, that's all of them. Hope you made a wish.
So, machen kann man da jetzt nix mehr. Wir reden mal mit dem Tom Puffin.
I beg your pardon. Are you Tom Puffin?
I am. How may I help you?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Have I done something wrong?
No, Mr. Puffin. I simply believe you may have some information that I need.
Very well, then.
Weihnacht, über ihn selbst. Ah ja, wir fangen mal an.
What were you doing on election night, Mr. Puffin?
Election night? That was ages ago, wasn't it?
It was 4 nights ago, to be precise.
Oh, you have to understand. I have trouble recalling what I ate for breakfast this morning, let alone what happened 4 nights ago.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Do try to remember, Mr. Puffin. It's quite important.
Well, I know I voted at my local polling place, the Silent Raven. And then... I'm not sure, actually.
Oh mein Gott.
Do you know anything about the murder outside the Silent Raven?
Murder?
Yes, a man was shot. Did you see or hear anything?
I don't remember. I don't think so, no.
How long were you at the Raven that evening?
Not very long, I don't think. I went, voted, stayed for a drink, and then I left.
You recall what you did the rest of the evening?
Not specifically. I probably went home and went to bed, like I always do.
Roneless Bay.
Do you recognize the man in this photo?
Is that... No, never mind.
Jetzt wird's verdächtig.
What is it?
Well, for a moment, I thought it was someone else, but I was clearly mistaken.
So you don't recognize this person then?
Afraid not. Who is he?
His name is, or rather was, Ronan Lespay.
What? Is he dead?
Nee, der lebt noch.
He is. I'm trying to find out who killed him.
Well, I hope you find your man, Mr. Fordham.
Warum ist eigentlich immer alles zugedröhnt sein? Das ist echt eine Modeerscheinung, hoffe ich. Einnahmen von Opium.
Are you in the habit of using opium, Mr. Puffin?
What? Why would you think that?
I met your friend Darius. He told me you share a pastime.
All right, yes, I do enjoy a visit to the opium den from time to time.
From time to time? More like morning, noon, and night.
Ja, das stimmt.
Have you found the drug has had any adverse effects? Memory loss, for example.
I admit I'm not quite as quick as I used to be. But without it, I'm in constant pain.
Aber ohne habe ich keine Schmerzen. Daher rührt der Wind.
Is that right? I fell off a horse when I was 15, and ever since then my back's not been right. The doctors haven't been able to help. Poppy is my only comfort. I wish there were another way.
Bete zu Gott für mein Kind, wird dich von deinem Schmerz erlösen.
It might be worth seeking a more professional opinion about the effects of opium.
Wir gehen mal zu unserem Dog, Priscilla.
Does the name Priscilla mean anything to you?
Priscilla? What does that have to do with anything?
The name has come up in my investigation. Is it someone you're acquainted with?
No, it isn't. I don't know anyone by that name.
He certainly seemed concerned about her, though.
Über ihn selbst.
How did you become choir master of this church?
Oh, well, I studied music at the University of New Britannia. Once I completed my studies, I began writing symphonies in hopes of securing a patron, but I had no luck. So I decided to focus on choral compositions. I said a few pieces to the bishop, and he offered me the position.
And you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, sir, immensely. I'm able to continue composing songs for our choir, as well as teach music to our young members. I take my church duties very seriously.
What else do you do besides lead the choir?
Just a few things here and there, making sure the aisles and the pews are clean, tending to the prayer candles, and that sort of thing.
Die Wahl.
So, what do you think of the election results?
All right, the election. Who won?
Leroy. He beat Atwood by a significant margin.
Oh, I suppose that's good. I think I may have voted for him, but I'm not sure.
Gebetskatzen.
It seems that all the prayer candles have gone out.
Have they? Blast, I keep saying there's a draft, but nobody's done anything about it. Excuse me for a moment, won't you?
Mal kurz in die Kiste schnell.
Let's hope this chest hasn't got squeaky hinges.
Liebster Ned, dein letzter Brief hat mich von Freude kichern lassen. Ich kann nicht aufhören, von dem Tag zu träumen, in dem wir endlich unseren Traum verwirklichen und zusammen als Mann und Frau leben können. Ich denke, es wäre eine tolle Idee, einen Welpen zu kaufen. Ich denke schon über einen Namen nach. Was hieltest du denn von Wuffy? All meine Liebe. Patricia, du kleiner Drecksack. Naja,